back in session. It is the July request for special use permit for agency.
It is. Members of the zoning board, my name is John Murphy. I'm an attorney with an office in Jamestown, Providence. This is a special use permit application filed by Mark and Jean Gerard for high groundwater ordinance approval. The property has been owned by the Gerard family for more than 50 years. At the planning commission stage, John Lawless testified. He's a professional engineer. He's here tonight to testify. And Julia Gerard, a professional architect, testified, and she's also here. For the use of this property, which is in the R40 zone in Jamestown Shores, it's governed by the R20 setbacks, 17,220 square foot lot. No variances whatsoever are being requested or are necessary. As you know, the planning commission is given primary responsibility for the review of high groundwater district permits. And this application was presented to the planning commission not long ago, and the applicant established to the satisfaction of the planning commission that the permit should be granted, and they recommended to you in their transmission to you that you grant that permit. You will note in the communication from the planning commission that they found, as a matter of fact, that the ISDS system proposed for this new dwelling was an improvement over the existing system, and that there was no degradation in terms of stormwater or groundwater as a result of the proposed new home and ISDS system.
Did you recommend unanimously?
Pardon?
Was it unanimous recommendation?
It was a unanimous recommendation. So I'm just going to ask John Lawless to be sworn, and he can just briefly summarize his testimony before the planning commission. Mr. Lawless, will you be sworn by this time?
Yes. Solemnly swear testimony about the truthful truth and nothing but the truth.
I do.
State your name, please.
My name is John Lawless.
Thank you.
Would you describe...
Mr. Lawless is testifying before us many times. We recognize him.
Thank you. Would you describe what this project involved for you?
Yes, board members, my name is John Lawless. I'm here to represent the Gerards as their engineer. Gerard, as Mr. Murphy pointed out, has owned the property for many decades. It's been especially owned by Mr. Logan. The property is currently occupied by a single-family house. The lot is considered a double lot on the shores. The existing dwelling that is on the property now is 921 square feet. There's also a shed on the property, which is 154 square feet, which makes for a total impervious lot coverage of 6.25% of the lot area. The dwelling is served by an existing conventional septic system that's installed with eaves, and also there's a well on the property. The well is currently only about 50 feet from the septic system. The lot slopes from the east to the west down towards the bay, and it's about a 5% slope is mild. Drops about 6 feet from the southeast corner to the northwest corner. The Gerards are proposing to demolish the existing dwelling and construct a new single-family dwelling on the property. They are also proposing to install a new OWTS septic system to serve that new dwelling, and they're also proposing to install a new well. Also, another major component that's proposed is a management system. The proposed dwelling will have a footprint area of 1,686 square feet. That will be the only impervious item on the lot. 0.79% of the lot area. The allowable impervious coverage per the zoning ordinance is 10%. The proposed OWTS was approved by Rhode Island DEM in September of '09, and that will be an advanced treatment septic system. That system will provide much greater quality effluent over the conventional septic system, and also the proposed well will be located so that it meets all regulatory setbacks.
That's a 4-bedroom system?
That's correct. Both the septic system and the proposed dwelling are 4-bedroom.
A copy of that permit is in your.
I got it.
In addition, the proposed dwelling, the footprint will be larger than the existing dwelling by 611 square feet. In order to mitigate that increase in the impervious area on the property, there will be a proposed stormwater management system which consists of subsurface chambers that is sized to contain the increase in runoff and contain the storm on the property. All of the proposed site features will be situated at least 12 inches above the high groundwater table.
Mr. Lawless, is your testimony before the Planning Commission accurately summarized in that report?
Yeah, all this testimony that I'm describing to you now is also summarized in the Planning Commission minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I would, rather than go through that, and I would just submit the report.
The report's
Fine.
yeah.
Unless you have questions for Mr. Lawless.
It's going to be built on a slab, the foundation, basement?
The first floor will be at grade at the west elevation, and that slab elevation will be at least 12 inches above the water.
Very good. Any questions?
Thank you.
Members?
Julia Gerald, step forward. You sworn?
Julia Gerald.
Thank you.
You are an architect,
Yes.
and have you testified before this board before?
Yes.
And I'd ask that you be admitted.
Is he licensed?
Yes, now I am.
Okay,
3490.
we recognize you next year. Congratulations.
And you testified before the Planning Commission,
Correct.
and is your testimony accurately summarized in their report to the zoning board?
Yes.
Very good. Brilliant.
No, okay.
Thank you very much. We rest.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for the Gerards? They're here.
I don't have any videos.
Thank you.
Is anyone here who would like to be heard in support of this application? Is there anyone here who would like to be heard in objection to this application? Very good.
Thank you.
Who's first?